Hello, welcome to my channel, Mary Bourne ND and Gardening with Granny. If you're new here, welcome, and I hope that you subscribe and comment. I love comments. Um, Today I just want to talk about the week. We had an Azure Hall pickup this week, and I'm going to show you the video on that. Started out I didn't know what the weather's going to be like to pick up, but an hour prior to our pickup, torrential rains. The country this past week has been experiencing some wild weather, let me put it that way. Today I went to the market and the little Oakland County market that I go to. I wanted to refresh my herbs. I'm in the process of redoing my herb garden. Last year when you got tours and that, I mentioned to you that it was a mess and that it was my goal for this year to fix it up, make it look a little more presentable. I've had my granddaughter come and get some perennial herbs, and a friend of mine came and picked up some, and I've got like Shasta daisies. These exploded, start out with clump like this, and ended up with something like 3 times the size. So I've got to contain that. My comfrey was coming up all over. My mint, of course, is out of control. So we're putting down cardboard and we're putting compost on top of the cardboard. And, that's taking some time. I can only do so much of it. And then I realize my age. And I have to come in and sit down for a while. And the weather has not been cooperating. Right now it's 39 degrees, so it's not very warm. So we go in these, up and down. Thankfully, we're not in the south where it's like 85 degrees. I do not like summer. I like spring. I love spring. I like fall. And I tolerate summer. And I like winter. Actually, if you're a Michigander, you better like winter. So I wanted to talk to you about a few things. Yesterday, my husband and I celebrated our 59th wedding anniversary. So right now, as of today, according to the Google and all, we're sharing 60 years together. So it's a big milestone, and we are so grateful for our health, for our ability to fend for ourselves, that we don't have to be in a nursing home or anything like that. And I contribute a lot of that to the way we eat and the supplements that we take. And there are a lot of videos on my channel that talk about different herbs and what they do to support health in the body. And I'm grateful for the knowledge that I've attained through the years. And if I get a bruise, I know exactly what to do. You rub it way past the time that you think, most people will rub for a short amount of time because that's the instinct, is to rub it. But you need to rub it as often as you feel the pain. So in other words, you can rub it, go around your business. If you feel it again, rub it again, because what you're trying to do is dissipate the ambulances that are coming to the rescue. And there's congestion. So if you've ever been at a scene of an accident or drove by, you know that there's a lot of congestion. And what happens when people don't continue to create circulation in the area that is injured, congestion occurs, a clot forms, and then your body's got to deal with this clot. So there's a whole scientific explanation about bradykinins and the things that make your body clot, which are good things. You want your body to clot, but there's a thing called too much of a good thing, and that's if the clotting occurs and your blood is too thick and you form clots where you shouldn't form clots. And once you form a clot, then the body should be able to break that clot down. The clot is to stop the bleeding. And I had a video where I injured myself. I went out in the garden, I got some yarrow leaves and I put them on. And yarrow leaves on a wound will help stop bleeding like that. I mean, it's amazing how quick it can be. But these are things that I've learned through the years, and I'm trying to share them with people. Unfortunately, those videos aren't as popular as like my Azure haul video is. I hope that you spend some time, look up what is your favorite herb. Do a search in my YouTube channel, and I'm bound to have an herb that will give you information. I talked about mullein. I've talked about the weeds. I've talked about dandelion. I've talked about broadleaf, comfrey. There's just a myriad of information in my channel that can help you be healthier, attend to things that happen in everyday life. So during this week, like I said, we had the Azure haul pickup, and I ordered the Fresh Freeze book, because there are a lot of times it's like, do I have to blanch that, or can I just put it in the freezer? Can I cut it up to put it in the freezer? And then you hear a lot about the USDA laws, so to speak. If something is thawed, you can't refreeze it. What happens when people thaw something, they marinate it, and then they freeze it? Freezer meals. So there's a lot of controversy out there about what can be preserved as far as freezing goes. So I'm going to be doing a lot through this Fresh Freeze, and I hope that you follow along. Right now, what is ready for harvesting is my chives. They're enormous, and I want to pick them, actually cut them, before the blooms come, because then it's a little harder to harvest a good length of the chives. So I want to get out there and harvest them, and those I want to freeze some, and I want to have them so that I can sprinkle them on my omelets and salads and different things that I use the chives for fresh. And also I want to freeze dry some, because I love to make powders. I make powders, seasonings for meats, for all kinds of soup, all kinds of things. I have a mix right now of celery leaves, chives, onion tops, a variety of things, basil, things that I dried and then was able to combine and make a lovely seasoning salt. And these salts can be unique to you, it's like Mary's seasoning salt. However, whatever seasonings you like. Now, I'm not a spicy person, so you won't find any hot peppers or anything like that in my seasonings. I'm French, and French people like things creamy and smooth. They like things to taste good, but not like in South America, where you like all the hot chilies and those type of things. So I thank you for following along on my channel. If you saw the lovely roses here, they're from my husband. He gave them to me yesterday. Beautiful bouquet. It was enough to make 3 different bouquets around the house. And so I'm so grateful for him, for his love and the love of my family. And I feel that that's part of what keeps me healthy too, is the love of family and being able to count on people if you need them. So thank you for joining me today, and I hope you stay tuned for the Azure Hall pickup video that will follow. So have a great week. And this is Mary and Mary Born ND and Gardening with Granny.
Hello and welcome to my channel, Mary Born ND. Today, in about 45 minutes, we're supposed to leave to go pick up our Azure shipment. And yeah, it is really coming down. Thunder, lightning, wind, and lots of rain. It is just gusting. Well, we'll see what happens. Stay tuned. Well, luckily it cleared up and the truck is about 20 minutes late. He still hasn't arrived yet. So we're home and here's the haul. We've got 25 pounds of real salt, and in this box I got 5 pounds of red potatoes, 5 pounds of Yukon Gold, some onions, 3 fresh hook, 3 lovely stalks of celery, extended storage, I've got 3 cans of green beans and my dishwasher soap, which I was totally out of. So I will put the total on the screen.